Hello students, let us begin the critical summary of scene 6, 7 and 8, the concluding part of Macbeth. In this lecture, we enter into scene 6 where the English army under the command of Malcolm and old Seward is now ready for the battle. Malcolm gives an order to his soldiers to throw away their leafy screens that they have brought from the Birnam wood and to show themselves for what they are. That is to say, they should show their bravery, their heroism. He then asks old Seward to lead the first battalion while he will himself do the rest of the things, rest of the arrangements, and he wants that Macduff should assist him. Old Seward gets ready to leave with a feeling of confidence to put up a good fight against the tyrant Macbeth. In scene 7, young Seward is killed by Macbeth. In another part of the battlefield, Macbeth is getting ready for the fighting. However, he recognizes the difficult situation into which he has been forced by the enemy. He compares himself to a bear who has been tied to a stake and which must put up a fight against the attacking hounds. However, he is still confident that nobody can defeat him because there is nobody who is not born of a woman. Young Seward appears and challenges Macbeth to fight. After a brief exchange of sword thrusts, young Seward is killed. Now Macduff appears on the scene. He is looking for Macbeth, against whom he had vowed revenge. Macduff will fight against nobody except Macbeth himself. In the meantime, the castle of Dunsinane has been surrendered by Macbeth's forces to the army of Malcolm, and the Scottish thanes are fighting in support of Malcolm. Now we enter into scene 8, the last scene. Macbeth finds that the situation is now almost hopeless. However, he would not commit suicide because such a course would be foolish. Macduff appears and challenges Macbeth to a fight. Macbeth, however, tells him that he is already having a deep sense of guilt in having ordered the murder of Macduff's family, and that he would not like to aggravate the sense of guilt by killing Macduff. But Macduff is determined to fight against Macbeth, and Macbeth has no choice. Macbeth now tells Macduff that nobody born of a woman can kill him, and now Macduff replies that Macbeth should in that case give up all hopes. Why? Because Macduff reveals that he was removed from his mother's womb prematurely by means of a surgical operation, and that he is not therefore born of a woman in the normal sense. On hearing this, Macbeth curses the witches who have misguided him by making ambiguous, double meaning prophecies, and says that there is no point in this fight against Macduff. Macduff is willing to spare Macbeth's life and to take him as a prisoner so that he can afterwards display him to the people as a rare monster. But Macbeth would not like to suffer the degradation of being taken as a prisoner, so he puts up a fight. Macbeth is killed in this encounter, and the victory of Malcolm is proclaimed. Ross brings the sad news that young Seward has been killed in the fighting, and old Seward declares that even if he had a large number of sons, he could not have wished them a fairer death than the one which his only son has met. This is actually the bravery. Macduff carries Macbeth's head on the point of his sword, while all the nobles hail Malcolm as the new king of Scotland. Malcolm expresses his gratitude to the Scottish nobles for their support and promote them all to the status of earls. He promises to reward all those who were banished from their country by the tyrant Macbeth and to punish all those functionaries and agents who helped Macbeth in this misrule. He then invites them all to his coronation ceremony to be held at the place which is called Scone. And in these concluding scenes of the play, we find retribution operating to punish that evildoer Macbeth. Although Macbeth had almost completely forfeited our sympathy by his brutality, we yet feel compelled to admire him to some extent for the courage that he displays in the last scenes. The final impression that we leave, that Macbeth leaves in our minds is still one of awe and grandeur, because he was dauntless, he was ready to fight. We also appreciate the feeling of remorse that he genuinely experiences when he recalls the murder of Macduff's family. His decision to die fighting instead of saving his life by offering himself as a prisoner also does him some credit. There is pathos in the report which Ross gives to old Seward about the death of young Seward. Old Seward's reaction to that sad news is worthy of a great military commander. How can a father speak such words of bravery? This is really an answer given by a brave soldier only, a brave commander only, that even if he had many sons, he would prefer that they die in a battle, because he feels that bravery is all. Macbeth rightly describes the witches as juggling fiends who should not be believed because they play tricks upon human beings with their equivocation. Equivocation means speaking in such a way that they can be interpreted in two ways or more than two ways. At last, he realizes his mistake in having been guided by the prophecies of the old witches. Malcolm's victory shows the re-emergence and reassertion of the natural order of things. The play ends with the defeat of evil and victory of the good. Thus, the play has a moral for us. The dead butcher and his fiend-like queen, as Malcolm describes Macbeth and Lady Macbeth, represented the forces of evil which have been vanquished, defeated, while Malcolm, Macduff, and above all, the English king, Edward the Confessor, represent the forces of good. And in this manner, the play ends well. Thank you very much. This is the play. Now we should be prepared for our examination point of view also, and for the analytical depth and analytical understanding of the play. The character of Macbeth, Lady Macbeth, etc., and their compare and contrast, how they can be compared, how they can be contrasted, that should be your next curiosity in the play. So we will talk about the character of Macbeth in my next lecture. Thank you very much. That's it for today.